Hi guys, I'm here to do my 3-month Manetabolism update. So these are hair vitamins and they're called Manetabolism hair vitamins. They're by a company called The Main Choice, which is a sister-owned company. I've been taking these vitamins for 3 months now. So this is my 3-month bottle complete. This is actually my last dose for today. So just saved it to show you the size of the pill in case you missed my first 2 updates. I have month 1 and month 2 if you're interested in checking those out. So let's get into what I noticed during month 3. My nails grew. My nails hit a growth spurt. They grew quite a bit. You know, normally my nails are very short so you don't see the white. So they did hit a growth spurt. However, they have been breaking. As soon as they grow, they break off. Particularly my right hand, which you can see is all jagged. So even though they did hit a growth spurt, unfortunately I didn't find that they were strengthened or any stronger at all. They're still just as weak, just as prone to breakage, but they have been growing at a much faster rate. So you guys know that I wasn't really looking for added length or anything like that. I'm not on a length journey or length obsessed or anything, but there were 3 basically problem areas, or what I consider problem areas, that I wanted to improve on. So one of which is the crown of my hair. I experience a lot of breakages, very brittle, very dry, and constantly breaking, so I was hoping to see some improvement there. The other area is my hairline, which is very thin and has been very thin for years, since whenever my last relaxer was, when I experienced a lot of damage there. And the third area, which is my eyebrows, which have never really been super thick, but have become more and more thin over time with, you know, waxing and tweezing and whatnot. So those are the 3 areas that I was looking to improve on. So let's start with the crown. So let's start with my crown. Here's some footage from my crown area before I started Manetabolism compared to what it looks like now after 3 months. I didn't really notice any added thickness or change in the way my hair feels. It does look like I did gain some length there, so that area that constantly breaks, you can see, does have a bit more length after month 3 than month 1 before I started Manetabolism. So yeah, definitely some improvement there, although I do find that it's still very brittle and still prone to breakage. Next area is my hairline, which I have to admit I seem to see a difference there, and you guys actually comment to say that you see a difference in my hairline as well. The hairs along my hairline are definitely longer, if nothing else. I do definitely have some added length, and they do seem a little bit less fine, so maybe a little bit of added thickness, or at least maybe the follicle's been strengthened. And I don't know, overall it does seem to appear a bit thicker. Now, Manetabolism does have a claim that they revive dead hair follicles, so whether the hair follicles have been revived or whether the strands are just thicker and longer, either way, I definitely do see that my hairline has some improvement. Even though it's not drastic, admittedly, it is still there. Subtle change, but definitely a change. And the last area, I think I would describe the changes the same way I describe my hairline, which is my eyebrows. Again, a subtle change, not drastic, but a subtle change nonetheless. So the hairs do appear slightly thicker, and my eyebrows overall do seem fuller when they're not filled in, which is kind of nice. You know, when you wake up first thing in the morning, you don't really want your face to look bald, but you don't necessarily want to run to have to fill in your eyebrows. So that's kind of nice to have some added thickness there. And I do see a slight difference. Again, it's not drastic, but it is there. Those are the 3 areas that I was monitoring. Outside of that, again, I noticed a slight difference in my nails. I didn't really notice any added hair growth on my body. Like, I don't find that I have to shave more often. I still, you know, have my regular grooming routine. My skin has been breaking out consistently. Month 1 I didn't get any breakouts. As a matter of fact, my skin looked amazing. Month 2 I started to get breakouts, and month 3 the breakouts continued and increased. I hope you guys have found this helpful. I would overall definitely say that the vitamin does work. You will see improvements, although not drastic, but they are still improvements nonetheless. It is sister owned, so I give it 2 thumbs up there. I did have one of my tonettes reach out to me after seeing my month 1 and 2 update and offer me a hair vitamin that she swears by. So you may see that update coming up. This is not my hair, by the way, you guys. This is a little shorty wig that I'm working on. So you can tell me what you think about this as well. It's sort of like a more tamed, shorter, less big version of the Toni. So yeah, I guess you guys can let me know what you think about that. Just something I'm playing around with. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, this is about Manetabolism. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.